lovely beginning.
You have an immoral memory, Amanda. Here's to you.
I did try to get away from here right after I'd seen you, but he wouldn't budge.
What's his name?
Victor Prynne.
Prynne. Mr. and Mrs. Victor Prynne. Mine wouldn't budge either.
What's her name?
Sybil.
Mr. and Mrs. Ellie Chase.
Hollywood is no stranger to scandal, but when married actresses cross the line on set with their co-stars, the drama reaches another level. Affairs, betrayals, and marriages torn apart. Some of the biggest names in the industry have been caught in shocking on-set romances that changed their lives forever. From Kristen Stewart's infamous affair that shattered Twilight fans, to Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt's explosive romance that ended a Hollywood golden couple, these on-set betrayals made headlines, destroyed marriages, and left the public stunned. Some were exposed by paparazzi, others were confessed in regretful apologies, but all of them proved that mixing work and romance in Hollywood can be a dangerous game. How did these affairs start? What happened when the truth came out? And did these actresses find lasting love? Or was it all a mistake? Today we're diving into 10 Hollywood wives who cheated on set with their co-stars, revealing the secrets, scandals, and shocking consequences. Stick around because trust me, some of these names will surprise you. The allure and risks of on-set romances. Film sets create an intense and often surreal environment where actors spend long hours together, immersing themselves in emotionally charged scenes. These conditions foster deep connections that sometimes blur the lines between professional and personal relationships. The chemistry built for the screen can often spill over into real life, leading to on-set romances, some innocent, others highly controversial. The allure of these relationships is undeniable. When actors play lovers on screen, the emotions they channel can feel real, making it easy for co-stars to develop feelings for one another. But while some Hollywood romances begin this way, many come at a cost. Some actors have crossed the line while married, leading to scandals, divorces, and career-altering consequences. In this video, we explore 15 of the most infamous on-set affairs where Hollywood wives found themselves entangled with co-stars. From Elizabeth Taylor's explosive love affair to Kristen Stewart's headline-making scandal, these relationships captivated audiences, destroyed marriages, and changed lives forever. One of the earliest and most legendary on-set romances was Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton's fiery affair, which captivated the world. Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton, the Cleopatra Affair. Elizabeth Taylor, already a Hollywood icon, was married to Eddie Fisher when she met Welsh actor Richard Burton on the set of Cleopatra in 1961. Their chemistry was instant and undeniable, and their passionate on-screen romance quickly became real behind the scenes. The affair was one of the most talked about scandals of the era, as both Taylor and Burton were married at the time. Their passionate connection was impossible to ignore. Despite efforts to keep their relationship discreet, the press caught on quickly, and rumors swirled about their off-screen romance. Taylor and Burton's affair led to the dissolution of their marriages, and by 1964, they married each other in a highly publicized union. The couple's volatile relationship, marked by intense love, frequent arguments, and heavy drinking, made them one of Hollywood's most infamous pairs. The media frenzy surrounding their affair was relentless, making them the most scrutinized couple of their time. Though they divorced in 1974, they remarried in 1975, only to separate again a year later. Their relationship remains one of the most legendary Hollywood love stories, proving that on-set romances can ignite careers and destroy marriages simultaneously. Decades later, another Hollywood affair would shake the industry. Meg Ryan and Russell Crowe's on-set romance that altered both their careers. Meg Ryan and Russell Crowe, a proof-of-life connection. Meg Ryan, America's beloved romantic comedy star, was married to Dennis Quaid when she met Russell Crowe on the set of Proof of Life in 2000. Their on-screen chemistry was undeniable, and soon, rumors surfaced that their closeness had extended off-screen. The affair shocked fans as Ryan and Quaid were once considered one of Hollywood's most stable couples. The fallout was swift. Ryan's America's sweetheart image suffered as the public painted her as the one responsible for her marriage's downfall. Meanwhile, Crowe, known for his rugged and rebellious persona, escaped much of the backlash. Ryan later clarified that her marriage to Quaid was already struggling before Crowe entered the picture, but the scandal remained a turning point in her career. While Ryan and Crowe's relationship didn't last long, the damage was done. Ryan took a step back from Hollywood, and her once thriving career never fully recovered. Their affair affair serves as a reminder of how on-set romances can change not only personal lives, but also public perception and career trajectories. Another affair that faced public scrutiny was Claire Danes and Billy Crudup's controversial romance, which sparked backlash due to its timing. Claire Danes and Billy Crudup love amidst stage beauty. Claire Danes was not known for scandal, but her romance with Billy Crudup in 2003 caused an uproar. At the time, Crudup was expecting a child with actress Mary Louise Parker when he left her for Danes, whom he met on the set of Stage Beauty. The affair quickly became tabloid fodder, with Danes being heavily criticized for her involvement. Unlike some other Hollywood affairs, Danes and Crudup initially tried to downplay their romance. However, the circumstances of their relationship, Crudup leaving his pregnant partner, made it impossible for them to avoid controversy. Fans and the media harshly judged Danes, accusing her of breaking up a family. Though their relationship lasted for several years, the public never fully forgave them. Danes later admitted that the backlash was emotionally exhausting and a defining moment in her career. The scandal serves as a cautionary tale of how on-set romances can sometimes lead to irreparable reputational damage. Few Hollywood affairs have caused as much chaos as LeAnn Rimes and Eddie Cibrian's highly publicized romance. LeAnn Rimes and Eddie Cibrian, a Northern Lights scandal. LeAnn Rimes and Eddie Cibrian met while filming the 2009 Lifetime movie Northern Lights. At the time, both were married to other people, Rimes to Dean Sharramet and Cibrian to model Brandi Glanville. Their affair, which began during filming, quickly made headlines, leading to the collapse of both marriages. Unlike some celebrities who try to keep affairs secret, Rimes and Cibrian's relationship became highly public. Paparazzi captured moments of them together, and Glanville's public outbursts only fueled the scandal. The backlash was severe. Rimes' career, which had been thriving in country music, suffered a significant decline as she was labeled a homewrecker. Despite the drama, Rimes and Cibrian stayed together, marrying in 2011. While their love endured, the public's perception of them remained tainted for years. Their affair is a classic example of how on-set romances, when involving infidelity, can permanently damage reputations. Another affair that resulted in a whirlwind of controversy and rapid marriage was Tori Spelling and Dean McDermott's relationship. Tori Spelling and Dean McDermott, sparks on Mind Over Murder. Tori Spelling met Dean McDermott in 2005 while filming Mind Over Murder. At the time, both were married, Spelling to Charlie Shanahan and McDermott to Mary Jo Eustace. Despite this, they quickly developed an intense connection that neither could ignore. Their affair began almost immediately, and their respective marriages unraveled within months. Unlike some Hollywood couples who attempt to keep their affairs private, Spelling and McDermott openly acknowledged their romance, adding fuel to the scandal. Their quick departure from their spouses shocked fans and the media. Shanahan later revealed that he learned about Spelling's affair through the tabloids, while Eustace expressed public heartbreak over McDermott's decision to leave their marriage. The couple wasted no time making their relationship official, marrying in 2006 in a private ceremony. They soon became a reality TV couple, sharing details of their family life with the public, further cementing their reputation as a Hollywood scandal-turned marriage. Their relationship, though passionate, was filled with ups and downs. In 2013, McDermott admitted to cheating on Spelling, bringing their marriage into turmoil once again. Despite numerous breakups and reconciliations, they ultimately decided to part ways in 2023. Their romance serves as a prime example of how on-set chemistry can lead to both a whirlwind love story and long-term complications. Just as Tori Spelling and Dean McDermott shocked Hollywood, Kristen Stewart and Rupert Sanders' affair became one of the most infamous scandals of the 2010s. Kristen Stewart and Rupert Sanders' Snow White controversy. Kristen Stewart was at the peak of her career in 2012, known globally for her role in Twilight and her high-profile relationship with co-star Robert Pattinson. While filming Snow White and the Huntsman, Stewart developed a romantic relationship with director Rupert Sanders, who was married to model Liberty Ross. Their affair remained hidden until paparazzi caught them in an intimate moment, leading to a media frenzy that changed the course of both their careers. The fallout was swift and unforgiving. Stewart, who had built an image of being private and mysterious, was now thrust into the public eye for all the wrong reasons. Fans of Twilight were devastated, and her relationship with Pattinson crumbled. Meanwhile, Sanders' marriage quickly disintegrated, with Ross filing for divorce in 2014. Unlike many Hollywood affairs that remain rumors, this one was exposed in full view of the public, making it impossible for either Stewart or Sanders to escape scrutiny. Stewart issued a public apology, admitting to her mistake, but the damage was done. Though she eventually moved past the scandal and rebuilt her career career with independent films, the incident remains one of the most talked about on-set affairs in recent Hollywood history. It serves as a lesson on how quickly private mistakes can become very public controversies. From actors to directors, no one is immune to on-set romance. Just ask Katharine McPhee and Michael Morris. Katharine McPhee and Michael Morris. Smash set scandal. While filming the musical drama Smash in 2013, Katharine McPhee became involved with director Michael Morris. Their relationship took a scandalous turn when they were photographed kissing in public, despite the fact that McPhee was still legally married to Nick Kokas, and Morris was married to actress Mary McCormack. The revelation sent shockwaves through Hollywood, leading to immediate consequences for both. The fallout from the affair played out in the media, with Morris reportedly being kicked out of his home by McCormack. McPhee, who had largely maintained a clean public image since her American Idol days, found herself at the center of a scandal that overshadowed her career. While she later clarified that she and Kokas had been separated at the time, the public backlash was unavoidable. McPhee eventually moved on and found love again, marrying music producer David Foster in 2019. While her romance with Morris was short-lived, it remains a cautionary tale of how an on-set romance, when exposed publicly, can have long-term consequences on one's career and personal life. Another actress who faced media scrutiny for an on-set affair was Sienna Miller, whose romance with Balthazar Getty caused headlines worldwide. Sienna Miller and Balthazar Getty, a G.I. Joe entanglement. Sienna Miller's affair with actor Balthazar Getty became a major Hollywood scandal in 2008. Getty, a married man with 4 children, was caught in a highly publicized romance with Miller while she was working on G.I. Joe: The Rise of Cobra. The paparazzi captured intimate vacation photos of the two, which led to widespread outrage and criticism. The media's reaction was particularly harsh on Miller, who was painted as the woman who had destroyed a family. Getty's marriage was on the verge of collapse, and his wife, Rosetta Millington, initially separated from him. Miller's reputation also took a major hit, with some projects distancing themselves from her in the wake of the controversy. Unlike some other on-set affairs that remained rumors, this one was laid bare for all to see. Despite the fallout, Getty and Millington eventually reconciled, while Miller moved on to other relationships. The scandal, however, remained a defining moment in her career, proving that even in Hollywood, public perception can have lasting effects. Unlike many Hollywood affairs, Julia Roberts and Daniel Mutter's romance ended in a lasting marriage. Julia Roberts and Daniel Mutter, the Mexican connection. Julia Roberts met cinematographer Daniel Mutter while filming The Mexican in 2000. At the time, Mutter was married to makeup artist Vera Steinberg. Despite this, he and Roberts developed a deep bond, leading to intense media speculation about their relationship. Mutter eventually divorced Steinberg in 2001, and just a year later, he and Roberts tied the knot in a private ceremony. Their relationship faced some initial backlash due to its controversial beginnings, but over time, they proved to be one of Hollywood's most enduring couples. Unlike many other on-set affairs that ended in scandal, Roberts and Mutter managed to maintain a strong marriage, focusing on their family and keeping their personal lives largely out of the public eye. Over the years, their love story has been accepted by fans, with many seeing them as a rare example of a Hollywood couple that withstood the pressures of the industry. While their romance began under controversial circumstances, their lasting commitment to each other has helped overshadow the initial scandal. No on-set romance is as legendary or as scandalous as Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt's. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, Mr. and Mrs. Smith Sparks. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt's relationship remains one of the most infamous on-set romances in Hollywood history. In 2004, they met while filming Mr. and Mrs. Smith, playing a married couple caught in a web of espionage and passion. Their on-screen chemistry was undeniable, and it didn't take long for rumors to circulate that their connection had extended beyond the cameras. The major issue? Pitt was still married to Jennifer Aniston, one of Hollywood's most beloved actresses at the time. Despite their repeated denials that anything had happened while Pitt was still married, the media and the public were convinced otherwise. When Pitt and Aniston announced their separation in early 2005, speculation exploded, with many blaming Jolie for the split. Just months later, Jolie and Pitt were seen vacationing together, seemingly confirming that their on-set romance had turned into a real-life relationship. The scandal divided Hollywood fans, with some siding with Aniston and others fascinated by the power couple that Pitt and Jolie were becoming. Heil Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt's affair made headlines. Another high-profile relationship was rekindled on set, Jennifer Lopez and Mark Anthony. Jennifer Lopez and Marc Anthony, El Cantante reunion. Jennifer Lopez and Marc Anthony had known each other for years before their relationship took a romantic turn. However, it wasn't until they co-starred in El Cantante in 2006 that they rekindled their chemistry in a way that changed both of their lives. At the time, Lopez had just ended her engagement to Ben Affleck, and Anthony was still technically married to his first wife, Dayanara Torres, though they were already separated. Their on-screen dynamic in El Cantante, where Anthony played the troubled salsa legend Hector Lavoe and Lopez played his wife, Pucci, was electric. The intensity of the film, combined with their long history, brought them closer together. Just months after Anthony finalized his divorce, he and Lopez got married in a private ceremony in 2004, shocking fans and the media alike. Their relationship appeared strong for years, with the two frequently collaborating in both music and film. Another major on-set romance that had fans buzzing was the relationship between Madonna and Warren Beatty during Dick Tracy. Madonna and Warren Beatty, Dick Tracy affair. When Madonna and Warren Beatty starred together in Dick Tracy in 1990, their relationship quickly became the subject of intense speculation. Beatty, known for his legendary status as a Hollywood ladies' man, and Madonna, the reigning queen of pop, formed an unlikely but compelling connection while working on the film. Their romance played out both on and off the screen, with Madonna even releasing an accompanying album, I'm Breathless, inspired by the film and their time together. The media was obsessed with their relationship, as it combined two of the most famous and charismatic figures in entertainment. However, their romance was short-lived. While Beatty had been known to date many of Hollywood's most glamorous women, his dynamic with Madonna proved to be too intense to last long-term. Reports suggested that he struggled with Madonna's constant need for the spotlight, while Madonna herself later admitted that their relationship had been more of a passionate fling than a long-lasting love story. While Madonna and Warren Beatty's romance was fiery but brief, a more recent on-set romance captured headlines. Rita Ora and Taika Waititi's surprising connection. Rita Ora and Taika Waititi. Thor set romance. Singer Rita Ora and filmmaker Taika Waititi first crossed paths in 2018, but it wasn't until the production of Thor: Love and Thunder in 2021 that their relationship became public. Waititi, known for his quirky and creative directing style, had just come out of a long-term relationship, while Ora was at a point in her career where she was expanding into acting and international projects. Their romance initially raised eyebrows, not because of infidelity, but due to their 15-year age gap and Ora's connection to the Thor franchise. The media speculated about how their professional relationship influenced their personal one, but the couple seemed unfazed by the attention. Unlike many other on-set romances that started in secrecy or scandal, Ora and Waititi embraced their relationship publicly, frequently attending events together and posting about each other on social media. While some on-set romances end in happiness, others create turmoil and chaos. Let's reflect on the complex nature of on-set relationships and what we can learn from them. The complex nature of on-set relationships. Hollywood has always been a place where fantasy and reality blur, and on-set romances are one of the most dramatic examples of this phenomenon. Whether it's the intense emotions actors bring to their roles or the long hours spent together in isolated locations, the film industry has seen countless relationships ignite, flourish, and sometimes implode under the pressures of fame. From Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton's legendary affair to Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt's highly publicized romance, these stories show that on-set chemistry can be both a beautiful love story and a destructive force. Some couples have built lasting marriages, while others have faced scandal, public shaming, and personal heartbreak. Affairs like Kristen Stewart and Rupert Sanders expose the dangers of mixing professional and personal lives, while relationships like Julia Roberts and Daniel Mauders show that even controversial romances can stand the test of time.
Hollywood's on-set affairs have changed careers, broken marriages, and kept fans talking for years. Which scandal shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like and subscribe for more Hollywood secrets. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.